Yeah, one star, one star, one star, one star, one star, one star, one star. Yeah, whoa, one star. Yeah, whoa, yeah. The gameplay really sucked this weekend. It tears my heart to pieces. I can't control my defense. Yeah. EA fix your servers cause they suck, yeah they suck. EA fix your servers cause they suck, yeah they trash. EA fix your servers cause they suck, facts brother facts. EA fix your servers cause they suck, yeah. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy 1 Star Weakfoot. We're back for another episode of the Pay to Elite series. This is episode number 20, and yeah, we made it to 20 episodes. And you might be wondering how we did in the weekend league. Well, we started off nice. We started off when we were 9-3, but then it all went downhill. I'll explain. But first and foremost, please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. So this weekend I tried something new. I was getting bored, not necessarily bored, but I wasn't really having fun playing the weekend league week in, week out, doing the same exact thing. So I decided to change it up, and I played what's called a 2-5-1-2. Now, this is a formation that's been gaining a lot of traction on Reddit. Pretty much what you do is you play a narrow formation and you tell your fullbacks to always overlap, and therefore your fullbacks are like midfielders, thus the 2-5-1-2. So these are my custom tactics. I played very aggressively. I played press after possession loss. I got 5 width, but I had 7 depth. So I had a high defensive line. My offense, wow, I didn't know I had long ball, but I did long ball on my offense. 5 width again. Players in the box 7. So this is a very aggressive style right here. And I just want to go balls to the wall. I really want to just really have fun with FIFA again. Really have fun playing the weekend league again. I got tired of playing that 4-2-2, like possession, take a long time style. And yeah, I just wanted to switch it up and see how it did. I tested it out in rivals throughout the week, and I did very well. I ended up like getting promoted from D4 to D3, and in D3 I was kicking people's butts with this formation. So I was very optimistic going into the weekend league. These are my instructions. So both of my strikers are in getting behind. Socrates, my cam, is on default. And the only person I put in stay back while attacking is Balak. Everybody else is get forward. This is a very aggressive way of playing. My fullbacks, like I said, are join the attack and always overlap. So pretty much I'm playing all out attack from the kickoff. We'll see how I did in weekend league. I'll be right back. Alright, so you might be wondering how the 2-5-1-2 did in weekend league for me. Is it a viable formation in weekend league? And I would say it's a complicated answer because I started off 9-3, like I said. And that's a very good start. That's something I'm happy with every single time I'm able to do it. And the 2-5-1-2 in the beginning of weekend league, I was just destroying people. I was overwhelming them. Midway through the weekend league and at the end of weekend league, that's when it really caught up to me. I'll explain why. So I'm going to start with the pros of the formation. All right. The pros of this formation is that obviously you overwhelm the opponent defensively and offensively. All right, so you would think defensively is very suspect because you're pretty much commanding all your men forward, but that's not really the case. All right, the 2-5-1-2, which means you have 5 midfielders. So even though you're pressing after possession loss, even if you're playing a very high line, what you end up doing is choking your opponent out. A lot of my opponents had a hard time bypassing my midfield. Even if they caught me on a counter, they couldn't really do much with it. And even if they got past my big midfield, I would end up catching up to them anyway because of the defensive AI catch up in this game. So yeah, defensively, if you play it properly, you will not really suffer any consequences or as many consequences as you would think. Offensively is where it really shines. It's great. It is a great offensive formation. You have so many passing options because pretty much you're playing with 7 attackers at all times. There's always 7 people ready for a pass. It's really good against people who drop back because, you know, when they drop back, they're going to have everybody behind the ball. It's a good counter for that. You have a lot of options down the middle. I mean, you have multiple midfielders, and the fullbacks are there to overlap. They almost play like wingers in this formation. It's actually crazy. And yeah, you have the depth. I mean, you have the width from the wingers. You got the midfielders playing down the middle, and you got 2 strikers. So offensively, sorry about that. Offensively, you should be able to create a lot of opportunities with this formation.
You could do a lot of different play styles with it. On Reddit, what I saw is that people used it to play possession. They would press and then they would just hold possession. And they would suffocate their opponent that way. So that's a viable option. What I chose to do is long ball / fast build up. Basically, I would take the ball and just be very fast, very direct with a counter, and it was very hard for my opponents to really defend because when they're on drop back, if I counter them quick enough, they're not going to have their players in position, and I'm just going to have 7 people running at them as fast as possible. So offensively, I really have no complaints about it. It's actually very good offensively. It's a lot of fun when it's working. I had the time of my life playing Rivals this week for the first time in a long time. That's why I actually got to D3. I had the time of my life in the beginning of Foot Champs when I went 9-3. It's just so fun to just really attack really quickly, to have all these people running forward. And even when you're playing defense, it's really fun because you actually have to use your defenders, if that makes sense. You have to press manually. That's a lot of fun to me. It's very exhilarating. Win or lose, I was having a lot of fun. So now it's gonna go down to the cons. What are the cons of this formation? Well, number one, it's pretty obvious. Good players will pretty much figure out how you're playing and that you're playing very aggressively. And all it really takes, the biggest weakness of this formation is the over-the-top through ball. Because if you're pressing fast enough, if they catch you out, all they gotta do is over the top through ball you, get one of their wingers to run past you, and that's it. They're through on goal. If they do it fast enough, you won't be able to catch up, despite what the defensive AI catch-up system is. But that wasn't really my problem, right? If somebody beat me that way, then I was fine with it because that was the risk I knew going in. The main problem with this formation is that during lag, it's not really playable to me. During lag, because Saturday and Sunday, for whatever reason, I suffered a lot of lag. I'm not here to complain about the lag. Believe me, I know everybody in FIFA suffers some sort of lag unless you're just incredibly lucky. And basically, in Weekend League, what you need to do is you need to have plan A for, when the gameplay is good, and you need to have plan B for when the gameplay is not good. 4-3-1-2, all-out attack, 2-5-1-2, whatever you want to call it, it does not play well in lag. And I'll explain why, right? Defensively, you need to manually pressure. You need to pretty much your defense, you're dragging your defensive players back into position as you're getting countered all the time, right? And it works if the gameplay's fine because then you can just manually drag your players back and you're all good. But when the gameplay is delayed, your defensive AI doesn't really work that well. They're not really that quick. They end up making mistakes. They're kind of late on the tackle. Your player switching is off. The defense just fell to pieces when the delay was on. I couldn't stop anybody. I was just getting scored on, even by players that I knew for a fact were not better than me. And that was very frustrating. I'm not going to lie to you. Offensively, it also doesn't work. And the reason why is because with this formation, because the players are so clustered together and because you have so many of them, you kind of suffocate yourself when the lag is going on because it relies on a lot of quick 1-2 passes, a lot of quick dribbling moves, a lot of things like that you can't do when the lag is working. And when it's laggy, you're going to end up losing the ball in the midfield in a dangerous position while your whole team is pushed up and now you're getting countered and your opponent's getting a really good opportunity to score on you, and that's just not going to cut it. Even if there's a lot of width given by the fullbacks in this formation, I still find it too narrow to use when there's lag. My players were just running on top of each other. The deflections, I would get the ball, but they would take 1 or 2 touches, and I would just lose the ball in dangerous areas. It was just not working no matter how hard I tried to make it work. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really impossible to, I would say, execute this formation the way it's supposed to be executed when there's delay. It's very disappointing because I really wanted it to work, and I was on pace to hit Gold 1. I was on pace to challenge for Elite 3 until the delay kicked in, and this formation, I wanted to stick with it just to give it a fair chance, so I could give you guys a review on the formation. And for me, it just doesn't work when the delay is kicking in. But when it does work, this is the most fun I've had in FIFA in a long time. I mean, just attacking nonstop, relentlessly, pressing your opponent. It's a lot funner than just sitting there waiting for your AI to make a tackle, playing drop back. I never want to play drop back. I don't care if I'm going to win more games if I play drop back. It's just not fun. I play this game to have fun. I mean, I'm competitive, but not that competitive. I'm not going to play drop back ever. All right. So that's pretty much where I'm at with this weekend league. I ended up finishing about 17 wins, I believe 11, 12 losses. So like I said, it was a disaster because I started 9-3, and for me to finish that way is just very disappointing. And even if the gameplay wasn't bad, even if the gameplay was bad, even if there was a lot of lag, even if the formation was something I wasn't accustomed to, at the end of the day, I gotta take responsibility, and I'm gonna come back next week better. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try another formation next week, which I haven't tried. I'm planning on either trying a 3 at the back or a false 9. I'm not sure which one I'm leaning towards, but those are two formations I've been really wanting to try this week and this weekend. And yeah, we're gonna try a different formation this weekend. We'll see how it works. I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know how you guys did in this weekend league down in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. I'll be back later with a bird camp review because EA just dropped that bird camp. You already know I'm gonna review them. Anyways, until then, deuces.